far away.
We are.
That's ridiculous. Let's go up. Come on. Make this
I totally will.
a real conversation
my
between
eyes
friends.
right now are like
Right in the
full-on
sun.
blasted.
I'm in the shade now. Woo, you guys, we've had gorgeous weather the last 2 days.
And of course, we've not been doing much of anything.
You know, it's because we had this threat of 4 days of rain. So we ran around and just worked like crazy for 2 days straight. Hard. And then we crashed thinking we were going to have some rain, and we've gotten like no rain.
Well, yesterday we were both feeling absolutely exhausted, mentally, physically, all of those things. And then today we did an impromptu road trip.
Yeah. Well, I had a doctor's appointment.
Which was planned.
That was planned. And then Kelly had found us a surround for, so she found us the shower basin that we got for a really good deal, $100, which those are normally like $200. And then we were like, oh, so now all we have is the shower surround, like the part that goes on the wall. And like 2 days later, she's like, here, I found one. So I'd been messaging this lady, but she was like 2.5 hours away. And we were like, it's really far. And so we were in town. I'm like, well, we're like 40 minutes closer. So
it's a beautiful part of the country, though. It's it's on the border of Washington and Idaho, and it really is super pretty drive. So we went ahead and did it.
Yeah, we drove all the way down there. And the funniest thing something that is happening. So neither one of us really used Marketplace. If it was not for Kelly, we literally would not use Marketplace. But every time we've gone and sold something or bought something,
yes, our minds have been blown.
It's been to somebody who is in some form of law enforcement.
We pulled up today, and she had a police badge on, and she was driving a police truck, and she had a police badge on, and we were like, this is hysterical. The last one was that way as well.
Yeah. When I sold the Leisure Light, was to a police officer's mom.
Okay, so we got, let's see, my mom. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Robin, Alicia, Robert, Tiffany, Bradley Missick. Hi, Bradley. Bradley L's or I's. Hi, other Bradley.
Other Bradley.
KJ, Alicia, my mom, Bob, and Heather.
My straw fell off of here.
So hello to all of our regulars.
These are our favorites.
Hello to all of you, and welcome to all of you that aren't on here regularly. We appreciate you coming by.
And all of you that watch afterwards.
And we got Chuck.
Hi, Chuck.
Baseball, prison, and motorcycles. We got
How
Linda
are you
Lawson.
Doing? Hi, Linda.
And we got Kelly from
Tiffany.
Deer Haven Off Grid.
Hugs, honey, for your brother and his baby. And Vicky. We're praying for you all.
Yes. I'm so sorry to hear about it.
You know, it's so silly because it's not something that I ever thought would be like a thing, but I feel like...
Close that straw, Heather.
I feel like you guys are our like family, and so when something terrible happens, we really do pray for you, and we really do think about you all day. So, and more than just one day, I would say.
And again, for our members, I am terribly sorry. I am terrible about getting on the message. When there's so many messages, I shut down. I'm just terrible about it. But I do thinking of you guys. I am praying.
Well, I tell her. I'm like, hey, there's this, and I tell her.
I am praying for you all. If any of you see Sil, tell
Chuck
him
said
we
are
miss him.
Beautiful.
Aw, thanks, Chuck. We appreciate it.
We appreciate that. We do need a prayer list.
Oh, Living Deeply's here. Hi, guys.
Hey.
I found you again.
Yay.
Love my beautiful ladies.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Cripple Creek Farm is here.
Oh, hello, Cripple Creek.
Hello. Okay, what are some questions? You guys, what are some questions that you had over the last few videos? I try to answer everybody, but there's some that I'm just like, this is a really long answer. And so I either put a heart on it and I move on. So if you ask a question that I did not answer in one of the videos, throw it up here and we can talk about it.
And if you asked a question for me that I didn't answer, it's because I don't look at them. But Heather does tell me.
I do tell her.
She reads them off to me.
And then I usually respond with what she says, but it just comes under me instead of under her.
Yeah.
Kimmy gets horrible signal back here, which is insane because she has the iPhone. She has supposedly the better phone.
I do. And then when we're in town, I'm driving. So like I'm the driver, so I don't have time to.
And that's when I'm answering most of the. So, I have to tell you. So I went into the doctor, and I should literally just take my little tinfoil hats with me whenever I go because I get into diving into the rabbit hole with the people that work there, and they're so funny because they're like, "What?" And then they start Googling stuff. I've got my doctor looking up castor whale.
So here's something. Somebody that got booted from the channel.
What?
By YouTube, Living Deeply. Yes, Kimmy from the beginning. Kimmy G from the beginning.
Oh.
I was kicked off, I am assuming, but I thought you guys just stopped your channel.
No, that's rude.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to check on a regular because if you don't comment a lot, YouTube will assume that you're a robot and they will kick you off. I think I've determined that's what ends up happening through other people and stuff that have been kind of talking about it, and if you don't comment on a channel quite a bit, then YouTube will be like, oh, you're not really interested, even if you watch, even if it's in your play thing and you watch, if you don't comment, then they're like, oh, you must not be that interested, and they unsubscribe you.
She said she found us again yesterday.
That's awesome.
Robin has a question.
Okay.
Are you nearing the part of the milling that you can start building the barn?
We are. So Randy is coming over tomorrow morning, and we're welding our center posts. And then from that point on, and we're straightening everything back up. So he's going to help us with that. And then we're putting on girts, and we've got, like I said, we've got one more 6 by 10 by 15 to mill. And so I've got to restring my chainsaw, and then I can cut. We have this one log that's perfectly straight, and then it goes wonk. So I need to cut that end off, which we can then cut into firewood, but it's a super long one. So I can get that out of that. And then we have everything for the framing on the bottom. And once we get all of that up, you guys, we're trying to make a decision. So I want the framing to be black. If you guys haven't noticed, my color theme here is copper, black, gray. Those are basically and then a particular stained color. And so the outside's going to be stained, but I've wanted to kind of treat this lumber. So we're trying to make a decision. Do we paint the frame?
You should do a toll on your channel.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna.
Yeah.
But should we paint it? Because we do have some outside. We have 5 gallons of black outdoor paint. Do we paint it?
Shashugi bonnet?
Shashugi bonnet. That was our other thing, which we love. And then seal it. So we would shashugi bonnet and then seal it. And so when you're on the inside, you'll be looking at it and it'll have the black frame, but then it'll the wood siding will be stained, so you'll see that wood siding. I just think it would look really beautiful.
Chuck says, so you want more of my 2 cents? God help us all. Mary says, Mary's Homestead. Hi, Mary.
Hi, Mary.
Heather, I loved that last Sawmill video. Y'all are doing so good milling that wood.
Thank you. So that one person said, I can't remember, she was like, clickbait, ? And when I first started on the Sawmill, and what brought that up is Priscilla's backyard homesteading has gone back and been just really watching old videos, and she did a road trip, and so she's been watching old videos and commenting, and so it kind of brought up some of these older videos of when I first started milling, because then it pops up into my feed, and I'm like, oh, I totally remember that guy he would get on, it was any of my milling videos, and I was really struggling in the beginning because COVID had happened and they did not give the class. There's normally a 4-hour class that goes with that sawmill. They were no longer, or the guy that I went to was no longer giving class. And he literally handed me the manual and was like, good luck. You can call me if you have a question. So I didn't even really know how to really use a chainsaw. So, and then I'm using this huge machine, and I was so overwhelmed and very intimidated by it. And I was troubleshooting some things, and I was filming, and I was just kind of taking you guys along for the ride. And he would get on there and he would say things like, you should not be allowed to own this machine. You're going to cut your arm off. You're going to destroy all that beautiful lumber and those trees. And I mean, it was just horrible. He was just this horrible troll. And actually, Kimmy's son, Andrew, who is my nephew, got on there and ripped him a new one. It was wonderful.
Bless my child. I raised him wonderful.
Right. But
KJ says paint requires maintenance. Stain and seal are not so much, but paint protects the wood better usually.
Yeah.
Robin says, I love the black, but the Japanese burning is awesome.
Yeah.
And Mary says, Shoshiban, it would look so good.
Wouldn't it look so cool?
And we got Michael DeVoy from Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Hi,
here.
Michael.
Hi, Michael. Guys, I'm going to do a little plug for half a second for my channel. I'm on Friday going to be on Bushcraft Family. They're doing an interview style live, I guess. So you guys should come on over. It's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So,
and I'm not going to be on it, but I am going to be in the background distracting her.
That is terrible. But
because what are friends?
And help support me on that because this is usually I got my sidekick. So I'm not gonna have a sidekick.
No sidekick. I think it's gonna be it's gonna be very interesting, very much out of your comfort zone.
It is.
Yeah.
Totally. But you know what? What do you got
You're
to
definitely
lose?
getting
What do you
better.
gotta lose, right? Make sure you note that in the community page so everybody subscribe. I already got one out there.
Yeah.
But thank you. Who the heck said that? You do great on the Sawmill, Heather.
I was a hot mess in the beginning, so he wasn't wrong.
Nobody is-
It did look like I was going to cut my arm off.
Nobody is perfect at the beginning of anything. You guys have seen me hammer. I hammer like a girl. And that's a girl that has never hammered.
Yeah. The only thing I would have to say that is cringeworthy to me is when I go back and I look at those gorgeous logs that I put on the mill, and I'm just like, oh, why would I start with a 26-inch diameter, 20-foot long log? Because, you know, I'm go big or go home kind of girl.
Anna's like, I missed something. I'll go back and watch. Hi, Anna.
Hi, Anna.
Thank you, Tiffany, for throwing the link out.
Awesome.
Kimmy, that's the channel that Tiffany just put down.
So that's the Waking Up Country channel. Is the other channel on
and
it?
it's Bushcraft Family, the one I'm going to be on.
You put a link on your community page.
On my community page, there's a link for that live. So, anyways, yeah, it was really fun doing this road trip today. We were in great spirits.
Until we got sleepy.
Heather thought that she went to the men's restroom again.
Oh my goodness! So like this is such a thing. So we stop at the rest stop. I'm like, hey, you know, I probably need to hit that rest stop, and because I don't know how long it is until there's another bathroom. And so we pull in, and I'm like bebopping, eyeballing everybody that's around, and I walk in, and there's this big guy there inside there. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. He was not peeing or anything. He was just in there, and he was cleaning. And I was like, wrong bathroom, sir.
What did you say? You said something else.
I told him it was the wrong state. For him to be in the women's restroom. And he just laughed.
Heather's so funny.
He's like, just give me 1 minute. I'm just mopping the floor. It's like, okay. But I was like, not again. What is it with road trips? I'm having PTSD about going to the public restroom.
She's like, do you want to use the bathroom? I'm like, no. We got a baby looking for its mama.
Did you get lost?
Where's mom? I don't know.
Woke up from a nap.
So, Nina Honeycutt, hi. I would totally cut my arm off. You're killing it, lady. Come to NH and teach me to use a saw.
Heck yeah.
I keep asking her to teach me how to use one too.
I told her that we have to get a electric one, a battery operated one first, because that's the least one of the least. It's at least intimidating, and where the big chainsaw, you have to worry about pulls and doing all that other kind of stuff. And Well, come here.
Jody Hellstrom's here.
Hi,
Jody. Let's see. We do not spring fully form from the head of Zeus. I say that sitting next to the first window I ever replaced in 1990 and marveling at the awful cocking job I did. You have the best rabbit pen I've ever seen. Rivals of Zeus.
Thank you.
You should.
We love it.
I don't know if you've been over Chuck to the table, the
Because we can farm to table.
but she does a loop of the animals, and it's so much fun to watch. It's relaxing.
Yeah, so it's like a 36-minute to some soft music. It's great to just sit and watch them. I'm trying to get one of the babies, but the baby goats, we've been letting them out, so they were having a party the other day. Kelly. They are like jumping up on things and like leaping off, and they're just so darn cute.
That's funny. They're hysterical to watch.
No, I was in the girls' bathroom. There was a boy in the girls' bathroom. Hi, Nina.
Robin says, like with Brooke and Dave.
Who's Brooke and Dave?
I don't know. Heather, stay out of boys' bathrooms already. Heather's hanging out in the boys' bathroom again.
No. How did the nosy roofer end up doing such a bad job on site? He couldn't stop eavesdropping. Jody goes into the boys' bathroom too. Girl, I have like walked in, and they'll change it up in Walmarts, right? So you're not paying attention, and then you walk right in. Happened to me in the gas station at our last road trip. Nina, I used the baby chainsaw on my weed whacker, which is like 10 feet from me, and I still break a panic sweat. Saw Scarface when I was way too young. Yeah, we do have that one. I need to go through and start trimming limbs.
Bob says urinals are a clue, Heather.
Well, there was no urinals in there.
There was a girls' bathroom.
That's what threw me in the gas station bathroom. I was like, why are there urinals in here?
Although I have to say, when we go to church on Sundays, there's 2 bathrooms, and both of them are for both sexes.
Yeah.
And the last time I went in there was somebody in the first one, so I went to the second one, and I was like, okay, this is something different.
This is awkward. It's awkward.
Different in here.
Yeah. So Living Deeply says, Heather, how are you feeling physically these days? I'm going to tell you what, much, much better.
That's Kimmy G.
Yeah, much better. I have been taking come over here, baby.
Oh, I didn't know that, Robin.
What?
Bush Radical. They're a Church of Christ too.
Oh, that's so cool.
That is amazing. That means we have something to talk about.
Yeah.
Cool. That's good to know.
So no, I've been taking magnesium and been using castor oil on my joints and stuff, and in my belly button, because it's supposed to help all the things. And I've been feeling a lot better.
I just love your conversation with the doctor. The share. Like, Heather is hysterical, and the things she says.
Here's the thing. I deflect with humor, so if I get high anxiety, then it really comes out. It's like constantly. So when I go into the VA and my anxiety
we
comes
need to
up.
push her anxiety button, because that's so much fun to laugh with. I'm too serious. She helps me get out of the serious me.
Yeah, so I tell my doctor all kinds of things. It's funny. And half the time I'll remember it, like, but then I don't remember it because I'm in an anxiety state. So yeah, it's pretty funny.
She says, that's awesome to hear. With the binge watching, I saw that you weren't feeling well.
No, this last winter was terrible. And it was terrible for a lot of people. We got to asking, here come the goats.
Cripple Creek Farm said, I hear your baby. We just lost 3 so far this year.
Oh,
one was a set of twins.
So sorry. There they
are.
are. They are actually 3 weeks old today. They were born on one of Kimmy's lives when we were doing a live with Kimmy. Yeah. Bob says, I've burned up so many gasoline chainsaws. I use a battery one for most things and rent a gas one for big jobs. Burn up their chainsaws. I've been pretty good. I use the crud out of that little one. I have 2 big ones, but they're just way too heavy for me. I think it's a 680 and a 590 Echo. And one has a 32-inch bar, and the other one has, I think, a 20-inch bar. And they're very powerful. They are very heavy. And so then I purchased this, I think it's a 218 still. And I thought it was super light. And then I didn't use it, but Randy was like, "Feel this one. This is Gary's." And I was like, "What?" It was like a 187, and it's a limbing one. It's for specifically living, and it was so light. I'm like, I could limb all day long with this thing. It's amazing.
That's what we need, a couple of those.
So yeah, I think
we'll put that on our Christmas
wish list.
Or Heather's got a birthday coming up.
That's true. So yeah, those were amazing.
You girls are dressed for cool weather. Are you not enjoying our 100 with me?
No.
It's, we've acclimated to the heat, and so today it's in the 70s, and it is a bit cooler. So, I mean, like this morning it was a little chilly, so that's why we wore a little longer sleeves. Right now, we could totally take these off and be comfortable.
Right, be in regular t-shirts.
It's just what we have on.
Yeah. The motors. What are you doing to them, Bob? Like, I mean, I use the heck out of mine. When I take mine in, the guys are like, "Wow, you've used this thing like crazy." I'm like, "Yeah, I Sawmill. I I do everything with this one. Like everything happens with this one." Yeah. So we've got a bunch of cleanup at the sawmill because we milled, I don't know, 4 or 5 trees without chainsaw, so we have not been able to go afterwards. So we've got to do that cleanup, do that one log. Randy's gonna come. We're gonna I got a weed eat all around the barn because the weeds kind of grew up. And so he's going to tomorrow morning. So that's exciting. So tomorrow's video is probably going to be out a little bit late because Randy's going to be here and we're going to get that done. And then we'll go in the afternoon and I'll put that video out.
Mary posted a song for you, Smoking in the Boys' Room.
Oh, yeah. Smoking in the boys' room. Hey, girl.
I was cutting maple and oak at the house in Maine, Bob said.
That makes sense. Those hardwoods.
Hey.
Hi, babies. Don't knock over the tripod.
Nope, that's my drink.
She wants your drink bad.
Come.
Oh, you almost had her. Hi, baby.
Dang. Dang.
These guys are fast. This is what I don't like about not bottle feeding them is they do this. They don't want you to catch them. They'll run like a little herd of goats.
At least you guys can see them behind us.
So they're just not as friendly as like Bud and Sissy were super friendly and would let us hold them. And these guys are not so much. Jody says it's looking really good. I like your wood containers. Man, that is a big game changer with the, my son's the one that told me to do that. He's like, yeah, just get a pallet, wrap it in that, and then it can be moved really easily. So, and with his big tractor, so we're probably going to do in the mornings over at the barn, be working over there, and then we'll be coming over here with the tractor and clearing out.
I know we told the members. Did we tell them that?
I don't know for sure or not.
No, we just told the members on Thursday.
Yes, so we have a tractor.
So we have a surprise. It's not really ours.
It's not ours.
We can use it.
Yeah, until October. So we've got to get a bunch done before then. And so I'm pretty excited about that.
Cripple Creek Farm, where are you located? What state? Just curious.
Kelly, you did not tell the general public. We're actually doing a collaboration with a really big channel. I'm not telling you who it is. That one's going to be a secret, but that's really exciting. And they are going to be helping with some things that we need some serious help on that we cannot do on our own. Now a barn build, living deeply. Yes, we're on it. We have really gotten...
Kimmy should go and watch those videos.
Yes.
We last fall put the posts up.
Last fall.
Just her and I with no equipment.
Right. And then Kelly and Dwayne loaned us their tractor, which was a little beast. And so then we got used to using the tractor. It was really nice. So no, we've got a couple of months left, and so we've got the big tractor for a couple of months. I'm just really see what we get to get done for that. And the real goal is the barn. But if we can get the barn, we have more in the expanded garden area. We have trees that have to come down, and that's for more of the barn build. So we're pulling those down. We're making a really big pasture, and we'll be putting in a self-heating, self-cooling greenhouse. So
I'm asking for some prayers for though.
yes,
Because you know, both of us had some shoulder injuries after the last barn build stuff.
yeah,
And both of our shoulders are much better.
right.
So I'm just for those of you that pray, if you can add us to your prayer list, and just that we have safety.
Yeah, because my son's building his own place. We do have a friend from church that comes and he drops trees for us. He has actually begged me not to cut down trees on my own because of the size of my trees. He's just really concerned about us getting really injured. So anytime I ask him, he comes up here and cuts down trees for us. So, and he's quick and he's fast and he puts them right where they want them. And then we just limb them and cut them up and move them. So I am absolutely content with letting that happen. In fact, I just talked to him Sunday and he was like, did we have any more trees to take down? And so we've got these. He took down 3 for us. Was it 3, 2 or 3? He took down 3 for us last fall, and those need to be moved and limbed. And pretty sure those 3 are going to be mostly our 2x8s and for our joists, our floor joists, and then starting on the flooring. We have some really big. They're 37-inch in diameter logs. They're humongous. He is going to rip them down for me so that I can get it on the mill and then just start slabbing it on the mill at 1 inches, and then we'll be able to put in the floor.
Cripple Creek Farm is in Kentucky.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's cool. We know a lot of people in Kentucky. Kentucky's a great place.
Are you near Elizabethtown, or where are you near? Louisville?
I bet private moments you've thought about how much easier it would be if you were younger. Absolutely.
I think about it all the time. Like, why didn't I do this in my late 20s? Or I mean, I kind of did. I had got out of the service, moved back to Texas. I was 27. I bought 20 acres raw land and did all the fencing on it, did cross fencing on it, built a barn, a 36 by 36 barn, pole barn, and hi cuties, and then ended up having a mobile home put on it, a double wide trailer. And I was there for a while, sold that, moved into town, and it was a nicer place. It had a ranch style house, 10 acres, pipe fencing, all that kind of stuff. And I did little things on that one, but that was the one that I started gardening at. I started, I got my first milk goats, started making more cheeses, started doing that side of homesteading because it was basically, everything was basically there. It already had a barn. It already had all the fencing and all that kind of stuff.
It just says a noticeable absence in sound so far. Is Richard? Has he gone on a walkabout? He is dust bathing right now.
He is.
Right over by the goat.
Well, so he came after me the other day, and normally he does not come after me because he knows that I can catch him. And so I dazzled him with this hand and I squished him with this one. And I took him up by his legs and carried him around for a little while.
She brought him in the shipping container and said, look what I caught.
I was like, look. And he was like, I feel so ashamed.
Like, ooh, can I tickle his belly? And I did. I tickled his belly and he side-eyed me. And I laughed.
And so he's kept his distance.
I sent a page out of her book, and I'm going to start carrying him with me when I do my water runs and I give water to everybody. He's going to be like my sidekick.
When he gets really nasty, I'll hold on to him. Like, I'll make him sit in my lap. I haven't done it in a long time, but Man, he was ticking me off. He was coming at me for reals.
She said, I'm just surprised because normally he's going nuts.
He was right as I was setting everything up and setting up the chairs. He crowed like 17 times. I was like, Richard, settle down, sir.
Did Richard Ghost do crazy?
I'll tell you. So my daughter-in-law's mom was here and she came up and we were talking. She was like, oh, that's the rooster, because apparently the boys have told her that I have a mean rooster. And I said, yeah, his name is Richard Cranium. And she just giggled and she's Navajo, so there's not a lot. She usually just looks at me like, what are you saying? And there are so many words coming out of your mouth because I get anxiety and I'm like, da, 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 da. But it was funny. She thought that was hilarious.
We're not going to fire up the plucker for one rooster. We really enjoy him.
We do.
And I think we're just going to, we're just going to remind him what the pecking order really is.
Yeah. And our plan is next summer is to add back some chickens. I think I know what's going to happen. We're going to get the quail here and he's going to think the quail are his. He's going to be like, this is my flock.
Your son's chickens I haven't seen them for a while, and they're gorgeous.
Big. Yeah, they're very pretty.
They have some pretty. I hope he doesn't know they're there because he'll want to go down there.
He will, and they.
One of their roosters is really cool looking.
Yeah.
He's a talker, that rooster. Yeah, he is. He doesn't shut up a lot of times.
There are times that I want to strangle him. What? And the what?
I said it behind my hand so you couldn't hear it.
Your whisper is very loud.
Let's see.
Yeah, KJ, that's exactly it. He does think the whole farm is his. We lost one of our ducks and we don't know why, but so we got these two older ducks and they were supposed to be laying and they've never laid and they were doing great in the pond, and then Kimmy went up there and was like, one of the ducks is dead. So yeah, she didn't look like she had anything attack her or anything. Mm-hmm. So there were nothing like that. It's really strange.
And she was what we thought was
the younger one.
The younger of them, not the baby, but the middle youngest.
Yeah.
And then the old lady still around.
Yeah. So we've got the youngest and the old lady.
And the old lady's not laying eggs anymore. No. So we're like,
so it's a companion duck.
Dang. Yep.
And then we have Penelope. That's what I named her. Predators. Yeah, no, we didn't see anything. So I don't know. I mean, if she's supposed to be laying eggs and she's not, she could have been egg bound, maybe. I mean,
There could have been a gazillion things.
We did get really hot right before this cool down.
But she had a pool.
She has a pool, yeah.
And she was in the pool.
Yeah. Yeah, they were getting in and out of the pool with no problem. It's weird.
It is weird.
Yeah, sometimes it does just happen, but it's, it's just, I really like the ducks. So it's like one of those things that I just really enjoy them. And I love them being up there. It's a love-and-hate relationship because we don't go up there very often. But they got the swimming pool and they've got their own space and
they're happy.
They're very happy, and we don't smell them where they can get very stinky.
And you also can hear them, and it's a pleasant sound. It's not an annoying sound because they're a little bit further away.
Right. So we're getting ready to drain their pool and refill it. So I'll be watering all the garden and stuff with that water. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Kelly feels bad. She gave the rabbits and goats dill, but forgot to give some to the ducks.
No, that's okay. I was actually reading something. Luckily, we give the rabbits, someone was talking about, they gave their rabbits some beet greens, and then one of them died, and then there was this whole thing on it, and people were talking about, well, you can't give it, just if you don't normally give it to them, give it to them very slowly, like little bits at a time until they're used to it. Luckily enough, we throw stuff in there all the time, so I'm glad that did not happen, because that would have been horrible.
Cripple Creek. Maybe someone will know here. We bought our chickens this spring. No eggs yet. Anyone know why? Too young, maybe?
It's usually 5 to 6 months they'll start laying eggs.
And also feed is a big deal.
Feed
so
is a
make
real
sure
big
you're
deal.
not giving them Purina.
No Purina.
So.
No Purina. So if you got them in the spring, they should be like 8. When is your spring?
Flies are driving me
flies
insane.
are
Are you guys
horrible.
having this problem? These flies are driving me insane.
Hi, babies.
Boop, 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 boop.
That's hilarious.
It's like boop, 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 boop.
Off she goes. Mom's back here. Ding, ding. It's like a little deer. What you doing? Don't do that.
If we could contain them in one spot so you guys could watch them, but then you guys wouldn't be watching us. And then, like, just go over to Farm to
We
Table.
would be well, yeah. I'm trying to get one out of them. I meant to get it today, but then I had the doctor's appointment, so I couldn't. They're really active right now and early in the morning. So
No, Kelly, not yet. We put up the sticky fly things, and that's working better.
well, the fly catcher, you have to have something smelly in it. We don't have any of that
I
stuff.
put a chicken bone.
Yeah. And it's that's one of those things that hangs outside. So we have to get it outside and then do that.
Cripple Creek. April, is that your name? I'm guessing.
No, that's when she got her chickens.
Oh, when you got
May,
your
June,
chickens.
July, August. So yeah, they're only 4 months. So, were they day old hatches in April, or were they?
Gosh, I was gonna name you April. Nina says feed and breed. My
Mhm.
Issa's laid at 8 weeks. My neighbor's leghorns were like 16 weeks.
You're at 8 weeks. Are you talking quail? Quail lays it between 6 to 8 weeks.
Today I achieved victory, KJ says. I've been dealing with ants since I moved in. I finally found all the holes, I think, and plugged and sprayed around the area.
Nice.
Today equals 1 ant.
1 ant. Well, hey, you crazies. What are you doing up there?
We were really looking forward to having this storm that was supposed to be coming in and hitting us.
Yeah.
And like we were so good and prepped everything. Everything's covered that should be covered.
Kelly came over and helped us pull everything out of the shed, and that's
been amazing.
Deer Haven Off-Grid Homestead. So that's Kelly. So she came over and we worked our heinies off, and it was hot. Like it was 93 degrees or more, and we got everything out of that in 2 sessions, really.
And then we got it covered.
And then we got all the stuff covered. We put the door, one of the doors on the solar shed. Ugh, you guys.
And then the problem was the rain never came. Like we were like so disappointed.
And it's been like beautiful and cloudy and like 70 something and just gorgeous. And it was like,
but we just love the rain.
we need the rain. The
We
dust
need it.
is so bad that.
I never told my mother the goats' names.
Oh, that's funny.
Sorry, for those of you that don't know the goats' names, Kira's the little girl.
Yes.
Miss Kira.
Miss Kira.
Then we have Grant, which is the dark boy.
And we call her Miss Kira whenever we talk about her, because that way we know the difference. So
Yes.
just Kira, we're going to think you're talking about real human being Kira. Miss Kira is the goat. Yeah.
So Grant is the darker one.
That's an ex of mine.
Graz is the one that looks like Miss Kira, and that's an ex of mine. They are going to freezer camp.
It's therapy.
They're getting castrated really soon.
It's total therapy.
If you know either Graz or Grant, please let them know.
You know them. That's hilarious. Woo!
Uh, Irish Spring is great on killing flies or frogs with long tongues. I heard that it
Interesting.
keeps things away.
Keeps deer out, keeps mice out.
I heard it kept mice out. That's what it was. I did not know it worked for flies. Where is Kira?
Aha. So Kira will be here next month. She is actually in Kentucky with her dad.
Yeah.
So she's loving it. It has been the best thing for her.
She's living there.
Yeah, she is living there. So she will be coming here probably every year and visiting, especially once we get things settled to where, because Kira's cabin's no longer going to be Kira's cabin. It's going to have our washer and dryer in it. It's going to have like storage prep stuff in it, the extra rolls of toilet paper and that kind of stuff, because there's so once we get things settled up where she could come and spend a longer period of time, then she could come for a month or so. She's coming for like 3 weeks, but she'll be here 2 weeks, and then she's going to another friend's house for a week. So that's in September.
We're looking forward to that.
That's really exciting.
Super exciting. September's going to be a busy month. I have family coming to visit as well, so
yeah. And we have all of our firewood we're doing, and we're building a barn.
And I have a friend that came and helped us a bit with the barn stuff last year that he's talking about coming up.
That'd be great.
So
we need all the roofing help we can get.
What a hoot, you two.
Oh.
Hi, Pangolin.
Pangolin Homestead.
Ian.
How are you?
Hi, Ian. Good to have you. It's got to be, what, super early in the morning there, right?
I don't know if we'll get it done in September, but so there's still a lot of milling to do. We've got so once we get the floor and we've got all the 2x8 joists, we got all the 1x material for the flooring. Then we have the 6x6 posts. We've got almost all of the joists milled. So those were the 6x10x19s. I think we need 4 more of those to put our joists together. And then we have all the decking that goes on top of that, and then our metal. So I'm hoping that we are doing metal mid-September. That's kind of my goal, but that's a lot of 1x material. So
the goal is to be dried in by winter.
And we kind of heard, you guys may not know this about me, but I am obsessed with weather apps. Like I'm obsessed with the weather. I used to just keep the Weather Channel on all the time and let it run in the background. So I've started watching like predictions for this winter, and they're kind of saying, because we're in an El Nino, it's the Pacific Ocean is warmer right now than it ever has been documented, and that usually gives us a milder winter. Bob's
in our area,
the northern, and Canada. Yeah. So Canada and our area should have a milder winter, but the
southern states
and east is going to get hit really hard.
And then the middle of the United States is going to kind of stay norm. So right. What they normally are at. So,
but then the Farmer's Almanac said we're going to have a very harsh winter. What is happening over there?
Oh my.
That's all they need is like a stack of wood, and they're the happiest baby goats there ever was. They're like, it's just great.
It so reminds me of Bud when he was little.
Oh, Bud.
Sissy would be off just being peaceful on her own, and Bud would be like, let me grab the screws and throw them in the air. And
he still does that.
And it was cute when he was little, but now it's not. It's super annoying.
Living DP said, yay, as I'm from Canada, I have read that too. Yeah, Robin, El Nino weather kills you in Oklahoma. It did show those areas as having more storms, harsher weather. They're thinking, he's the guy that I watched, he's predicting that, where was it? Boston? Was it Boston that was going to have the Big Daddy winter storm?
Yeah, that's I think what he was saying. KJ wants to know if we're doing the birthday live on Thursday. That is your birthday.
Oh, so. It is. Did you see my question? Kelly had a question. When you say flooring, do you the upper half or the actual ground floor? The upper half. So we're going to end up doing concrete on the bottom. We've got to raise that level, so we'll be bringing in fill dirt, we'll be bringing in all that kind of stuff, and that's kind of something that we can do throughout the winter, or in the spring. But so that's the second floor, and then once the decking goes up on the actual roof, because it's 2 stories, then I can pull all my stuff from storage, and so that's what we're going to do, pull everything from storage so I can get rid of that bill. and then we'll be putting on the decking. So what was the other question?
Just I hadn't got to Kelly's yet. I was at KJ's above it, which said, "Will you be doing the members live on your birthday next week?"
Yes.
We get chatty, and then we get backed up. So I start from the top and work down, Kelly. So that's why we hadn't got to your question yet. Heather, say no to ladders. Get help for roof.
Well, I'm really hoping that, like I said, we're getting some help from a really large channel, and I'm hoping that grows our channel. So you guys, anybody that you think that would enjoy our content, share our link with them. We need to grow the channel because we need to pay for a crane to come in and lift the rafters. And it's a large size crane because these are large timbers.
Yeah.
And that's about $1,000 for the day. It does come with a driver, so that's cool. And then if we could have a man lift for the roofing, that would be amazing.
And a man, she doesn't mean a man lifting us.
That would be nice
just
too. But
catching that bob. I knew you would ask.
So that would be great if we could actually pay for those.
Dang, Ian, you're up either extra late or extra early. 1:45. That is crazy. Wow. Praying no hurricanes this season. Water is way too warm here.
Yeah.
Well, KJ, you should take the NWS Storm Spotter course. Do not need a ham radio. You learn about weather and can report severe events to help them out. It's a lot of fun.
That's awesome. I did have somebody send me, and I don't know where the link went, but they wanted to sponsor a ham radio course, and they would give me all the ham radio stuff. Yeah. But we got super busy, and I didn't awesome. Get on it.
Do you watch Ryan Hall?
I do not.
I don't know who that is.
Is that a weather guy? I don't know the name of the guy that I watch.
Kimmy says, "Gosh, I've missed you guys a lot, especially how you are together."
Thanks.
Does Victor know a guy?
He might know a crane guy, yeah. But we also probably know someone through church who has one that was suggested. We talk to that person.
Yeah. Where are Andrew and Courtney? I assume that they're really busy right now with some family matters, so I assume that's where they are right now.
Poor Drew's been sick.
Yeah. An all-terrain scissor lift would be nice too.
Yes, that's the one I was talking about when I said a man lift. That would be really nice.
Anna says she sent us a Ryan Hall video once.
Honey, you gotta send that again. when we get busy, it is okay. So for instance, today we're driving. That's usually when like I'll pop on and start looking at stuff. We had almost no signal the whole way.
Yeah.
So literally, it just signal cut out, and we basically had no signal there and back. And then on the way back, I was like, "It is my nap time. This is dumb, and we should be home because I should be taking a nap."
So we were doing some singing, and then she read a little bit, and then she's like yawning, and I'm like, "Those are contagious. Stop it! Stop right now. They're contagious."
Yes.
I will send you his winter prediction video.
Oh, okay. Yes. Yes.
You have to fully lower the lift each and every time you move it. Oh.
That's that Bob or KJ.
No, that was KJ.
Yeah. I've actually never got to use one of those, so that would be fun. But if we have to, then we have to manually pull those up. We've got a winch. Are you dying over there? So we've got a winch. We
got two winches.
We got
winches
two winches.
Right here. Because technically a winch is a girl, isn't it?
Yeah.
A woman?
Yeah. Here comes the sun.
Do 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 do. Oh, we can't do that.
YouTube is dumb.
Bob, I think Drew is better. As far as I know, he's back at work. His fever has dropped. They have him on 2 antibiotics and also a whole bunch of other things.
Oh, Tiffany didn't have audio. We do. We sing all the time because there was no radio. So, and then there was radio, so we were singing that. Richard, there you are, sir.
Richard!
He squatted. Ah.
Now look at him. I'm going back to dust baby.
He's having the best dust bath over there. That's so funny.
He's been making he digs him a whole hole and then he gets in there.
Yeah.
And it's like. So I don't know if y'all do this, but I do. Richard, he crows a lot. We all know this.
Yes.
So I started pulling up roosters crowing on my phone, and I put it on the back of my truck, and I hit play, and I walked away, and he's like walking around trying to find this other rooster. That's my entertainment. I'm like hysterical.
He's like, where you at, bro?
He's like, I have it on the top of the bed of the truck, and he's walking around the truck and walking around. I'm like, man, that should have been a short.
That was so funny.
Cripple Creek says, hello, Richard. What's your first name? So I don't keep calling you that. I mean, I can. If you want me to call you by your first name, what is it?
KJ, give me a red. You have a hobby you enjoy.
You know, Anna had posted on something that what brings you joy. And I was thinking, this was on Facebook, and I was thinking, what brings me joy? A lot of things bring me joy, but what really brings me joy? Tormenting Richard. It brings me so much joy.
Well, if he wasn't just so mean.
If you call him,
we share.
will he come?
We share all of our food with him. Like when we eat, we give him the leftovers on the plates, and we give him stuff all the time.
So cute. He like does this cooing.
He coos, he chorkles, I think is what they call it.
Ooh. It's the cutest thing. Richard,
Richard, come here.
come on, buddy. Richard,
He's scared. He's like, what are they gonna do?
come on, Richard. You should have said that on my post, Anna. That's funny. Sissy, your name's Sissy. That's the best name ever.
We have a sissy.
We do. The urban cowboy.
Yep.
Can a chicken duck?
Dad joke number 1. It's getting close to feeding time. Everybody's getting lively. The sheep are like, pardon me, ma'am.
They're like, you fed us early yesterday. It was about this time yesterday. Yeah, well, I was a little early yesterday.
I felt so bad. My grandsons came over and I was so tired. I went to bed at 7:30 and slept all night long the night before. I guess last night. That was last night. And I kind of feel like I could do that today. Hi, Colleen.
Yeah.
What else do we got? What other questions are there?
Yeah, y'all have any other questions? Oh, Bob already started talking about food. What was dinner tonight? Charcoal grilled burgers.
Oh, you guys missed
and
dinner.
Kielbasa here with potato salad.
Last night I cooked and I made Heather's street tacos. So it's now. It's really not because I copied some other lady, but it was on a little short, and she took the little street taco seasoning, and then you flip it over, so hamburger down, and you cook it so it's really thin, and then you flip it and you fry the back part of it, and then I put on
dress it.
Then you dress it. So I did yellow pepper, cooked yellow pepper, sauteed, and then lettuce, guacamole, sour cream, cheese,
hot salsa.
So good. It was really hot salsa. I thought that I bought mild, and I was like, I'm gonna taste this because I don't really eat salsa at all. I'll do guacamole or whatever, and so I tasted it. I was like, my mouth is on fire.
And so then I looked at the jar and I said, well, no wonder you picked the hot salsa.
Oh my God.
I was like, I never even looked because I know that you're a mild girl. They said share that on the in the chat.
So good. I don't know. I can't. Well, it's on that phone.
I think she means after.
I did. I put it on the members chat. I just put a picture of it on the members chat.
Bob, did shredded potato with sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich for breakfast. Now that sounds really good.
That sounds really good. Our potatoes are doing really good. We uncovered one to show Jasper.
Purple.
It was a big purple one. It was like this big.
It's nice.
It's like a big one.
Sissy said I had hamburger, nachos, and cheese. I miss nachos. I miss corn chips.
Yeah, but I don't miss how corn chips make me feel.
Well, yeah, there's
That's
that.
terrible.
KJ just finally cracked the perfect honey barbecue wings. Got them spiced just right and extra crispy.
Yum. What are we doing for dinner tonight? Probably leftovers, because I have leftover one of those.
Tiffany wants to know what's the next video.
Well, I think I have another milling video. And then most likely Monday's video will be what happens on Wednesday. So next week should be building as far as the barn, putting stuff together on the barn.
Kelly had Chinese.
Ooh,
sounds good.
We do have some Quest chips. Bob bought us some.
We still have some Quest chips, yeah.
Yes, Kelly, I did post it on that one.
I'm super excited to get the barn/shop going.
Yeah.
And
I feel like it's going to go feel really fast because we've been milling and milling and milling and milling and milling. And now we just gonna take those things and they need to be tweaked as far as their size a little bit. And then it's just gonna be like bam, 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 bam.
So I think the most frustrating thing is things slow you down. So we do need to re-square up the posts and make sure everything's, I don't know if square's the
level.
word.
That we need to just straighten them back.
We need to get everything, make
plumb.
sure it's all plumb, and then see, I'm learning the words. And then Randy come in with the center ones, and then we'll be able to start doing things.
Right.
But that all could take a little bit of time.
It could take a couple of days because we do have to trim. This will make you guys excited. I have to climb up a ladder and we're going to have to do a laser level around the top and find the exact. So because these are all a little bit longer than what they should be because I wanted to make sure that where we were perfectly level was at the top of the posts, right? So they're like a little bit long and I have to go up there and individually cut each one.
And ask her how she's planning on doing it. Y'all, I don't control nothing here. I have no control.
The only way to do that is with the chainsaw. And then you have to like flatten it out or whatever, I guess.
So she's going to be on the ladder with the chainsaw and I'm going to be holding the ladder with my construction hat on saying, please don't fall on my head.
Don't drop the chainsaw.
Thank you, Bob, for the construction hat.
He's like, you are dangerous. I do have a laser beam, yeah.
Your birthday's on Thursday. I wonder if he's sending you a construction hat.
I do have my chainsaw construction hat.
You do.
So there's that. Mine's orange.
And it's got
Sawzall, Heather.
And it's got earplugs, ear thingies, too.
That's true, yeah, it does.
Oh, the funny thing. Okay, so Heather and I are so different on our ear. You probably don't need to know this, but I'm going to share it anyways because that's what I do.
That's why they watch us.
That's what I do.
They want to know these things about us. These are our besties.
Heather wears her things that squeeze your head, and I don't like those at all.
Over the ear.
I wear the earplugs that go in your ears. Well, we have a whole box of them, and for the life of me, I have not been able to find them. So I've been using the same ones, and they're kind of getting not so nice, right? Yeah. So I was like, okay, the other day we were at Harbor Freight, and I was like, look, here's some earplugs. They're the kinds that are reusable and easy to wipe off. They're not the spongy.
Real easy,
right? Yeah. They're not spongy, and I was like, oh, these are awesome. So we got some, and like a day later, we found the stinking box,
huge box
full of
has
them.
Like 200 in there.
I was like, oh, of course, because I just bought some.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Anyways, that's how our life goes. You know, you can't find something, you go buy something else. It shows up.
Yeah, that is legitimately the exact. And I'm going to tell you, that was why we slowed way down on stuff, because I'm like, I have that. It's in the tool shed. But the tool shed was very sketchy. So I actually got a come along and some, what are those? Anyway, they're actually, those are things that we move logs with, the purple ones.
Oh, yeah, the straps.
The straps, yeah, straps. So I have the strap around the tree, strap around one of the posts on the framework of the tool shed, and a come along in between. And I'm like ratcheting it, like pull, because it's been leaning more and more and more. As we were taking plywood off, it was like leaning more and more and more and more and more. And so I'm like, this thing's going to go and we're going to be in on it. But yeah. So the very last bucket had the earplugs. I was like, hey, here's the whole thing of earplugs.
That's the bucket that I sprayed with wasp spray, huh?
Yeah.
We got Dale Martin on here. He said, y'all got
Dale.
this.
Thank you. I don't think I'm on live chat. I'm not. I'm on top
Jody
chat.
said, did nag equal donate? Donate your extra earplugs to church when things get too loud. Tool shed wasn't sketchy. Snow load was sketchy.
Snow load was sketchy. And that frustrated me so much, because literally we were leaving for town, and it was in town and straight back. We were gone. I think we were actually in town maybe 15 minutes, and then the rest of it was driving back and forth. And when we left, I was like, man, I need to clear that snow off of that. And we were sitting there looking at it, debating whether or not to do it before we went or when we got back. But we were clean. We had gotten all clean, and and I was like, I'll just do it whenever I get back. And we left and we pulled back in, and I was like, it collapsed.
And she wanted to punch me in the face because I said, okay, we're YouTubers. I'm going to film you.
And I was so mad.
No.
I was so mad that I was like, I cannot, even with the camera. I just cannot.
Jody says, happy birthday, Heather.
Thank you.
Since they are not going to be able to see the live.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It's not too late. If y'all want to be members, join the membership, and we do a live on Thursdays. And we can sing Heather happy birthday. Okay, we're at 6:02. Any last minute questions? Ryan Hall, y'all, Mary says. And just a reminder, Friday at I
don't know.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Bushcraft family. Bushcraft family. We're going to be on the live there, so.
Not we.
I'm going to be
in the background making her laugh. Because I'm
going to be on the live there, so
I'm going to sit behind
over.
the camera. I'm going to make faces at her. Do you have to do it on your computer, or can you do it on your phone?
I have to do it on my phone.
Okay.
We don't have service for a computer out here.
Say we'd have to go to the library, and you'd have to do it in front of everybody.
At 5? They're closed.
They're open until 7.
I would have to do it in front of everybody. So come over and support.
The membership does help us out a lot. You guys, the membership gives us our regular income, and I'm very grateful for what we make on YouTube, because we made a lot of friends. Is number one.
We are so blessed.
Yes,
honestly.
But we're a small channel, so we don't make a lot. We just love doing this, and it helps us out a lot. So,
yeah.
If you feel inclined, that would be lovely. We would love to see you over there.
And if you don't, that's okay too, because.
And I do have to say, one of the things.
Support us.
Yes,
by watching.
This support and sharing is super helpful. Anybody that you think would like to watch our channel, share it with them. Have them share it. Do like the pyramid thing where you share it with one person, tell them to share it with 10 people. Like, you share it with 10 people, tell them to each share it with 10 people. We'll just grow really fast. Challenge your friends.
That's right. Virgil says, Colleen says she's sorry she missed you this evening. We missed her
too.
And Kelly, I think I'm going to just do it here. It's fine. Thank you, though, for the offer. Making pickles and salsa and his dinner.
Nice.
That's what Virgil says.
Yeah.
KJ, channeling Sally Struthers. $5 a month buys a box of nails. Just $10 buys a hammer.
That's funny.
Oh.
That is funny. We did one of the things that I'm going to be doing because we do, and this is something that does annoy a lot of people, but it's just how I live my life. I have 3 projects going on at one time. So one is the barn, and then we have the outhouse, and we've been working on this, and then we kind of move inside. We shade chase. So wherever there is shade, that's where we work. And so it gives us a couple hours here, a couple hours there, a couple hours there. And so it has been suggested to grow the channel, to focus on one thing, start and finish it, record the other things, and release those videos later in the year.
As they're finished.
Yes. So that we could do a start to finish of those things. So that's what we were doing.
Thanks, Kelly.
$2.
And
we do, thanks, Kelly. We do I'm going to be releasing those videos to members so they know what we're doing at the time that we're doing them. And then we'll be releasing them later. So you guys will still see them if you're not a member. It's just going to be later in the year. It won't be accurate to our timeline. But that's kind of was the suggestion as to the reason why we were not getting as many views on our videos, because, you know, they're like, we love your videos. Your editing has gotten better. Our content's gotten better. All of that stuff. People just really want, and I get it. I want to see a start to finish. If I have a house, I want to see the outhouse built and finished and in use. I don't want to see anybody use an outhouse. That was not what I meant. Before it goes out. So we just kind of film whatever we're doing, and then we show it to you guys, and that seems very chaotic to the viewer is what was suggested to us. So we're going to try this where we're really showing, other than on the Farm to Table channel, we still have our chats that we do. We do almost, it's kind of like a podcast chat that we're doing a premiere. We actually did not make it last Saturday. We have to tell them.
I hurt my foot.
Yeah.
So we got a little distracted. I dropped a door on it and it turned instantly purple
and swelled up. It was terrible. So we had her elevating and on ice and just completely forgot that it was Saturday.
Yeah.
And that it was time for our premiere video. And so we apologize for not being in the comments
in the
on
chat
that.
there.
Yeah.
KJ wants to know, any slide news? Was it available and does it fit?
Any what?
Slide news.
Any slide news?
Slide.
Oh. I don't, was it available? I'm so confused.
No.
Oh, the slide.
Yes.
I think it's sold.
Yeah, it
like
was,
while we were on the live, I think it's sold.
It was already sold.
Yeah.
Bob says, so no throwing shade on the mountain, just chase it.
Yeah, that's basically it. We just chase the shade.
Colleen said, I'm so sorry, I've been crazy busy. Love you, gals.
Oh, that's
Thanks,
lovely.
girl. Yes, again. But this time it was my foot. It's not the same. Before it was my knee. And then before that it was broken ribs.
And this time I warned her. She just didn't understand my warning.
But I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know what she was saying. She said, make sure you're clear or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, I'm clear.
Be aware it could fall.
Yes, something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'm good. Not my foot, apparently.
It came, slid out, went right onto her foot.
And yeah. But God's blessing, I was able to walk and no breaks.
Bruised, yeah.
It's just really bruised and it was really swollen.
Yeah, and very painful. And that kind of started our like, let's just take a break. 2-day break. So we basically
after that happened, I was like, I know it's early, but I'm going to take a nap.
Yes. And then I took a nap, got up, and finished the second door and got it put in place by myself.
Kimmy hates her own feet, and Heather loves wasps.
Yeah.
Hurt the same foot. It wasn't me that hurt my foot the first time. That was Heather.
Yeah, but was it the same foot? Was it your right?
Mine was the left.
Mine was the right foot that I broke chasing my truck down the hill.
Vicky's on here. Hi, Vicky.
Hi, Vicky.
Girl. Love you, honey. Hugs to you and the family.
I'm just swirling.
Kimmy was on ice.
Yeah, Kimmy was on ice. Had ice on her foot. Ice was on Kimmy. Ice, Kimmy.
Bob says, I'm really worried something dangerous is coming.
No. Shh.
Oh, I do have a funny story.
Why would you say that?
So, today on Facebook, you know how ads pop up? Darn shoes showed up that had steel toes.
Steel toe
They're tennis shoes. And I was like, this is hysterical. They really are listening to me.
They really are listening. I smashed my foot. Ah, now I've got ads for steel-toed tennis shoes.
Kimmy twisted her foot in the breezeway. Well, I twisted
true.
the foot, but it was really my knee that was hurt.
Right.
I guess the foot did get bruised too.
A little bit.
God has been great to us, though. Like, all of these things that have happened really, besides Heather breaking her foot and me breaking my ribs, since then, all of them have been minor and walking away from.
Yes.
Maybe a little bruising, but
yeah,
God's great.
You know, and the thing is you make educated decisions, and she won't have her foot there the next time. She'll understand what I'm talking about. You know, when you've never done something before, you don't understand the warnings. You don't understand, you know what I mean? Like, you don't understand that.
Yeah, and I was
because you were thinking it was going to fall in, and I meant it was going to slide out.
Yeah.
But in the moment, you can't have, like, this big, long conversation
So
about
at the bottom of the door, there was this much space, and I was thinking she was talking about it was going to slide down there. And, like, careful, may slide. And I'm like, okay, well, there's nothing in there, so we're good. But it didn't. It slid out totally onto the ground where my foot was standing.
Right. So, you know, you just kind of grateful you don't get permanently hurt. And then you understand the lingo or whatever. Like,
and grateful that you have somebody that understands if, like, words fly out of your mouth or...
She started crying, and then I don't know what to do when people cry. Like, I'm like,
That time, no bad words came out of my mouth.
No.
I just cried.
She just cried, and I went and got ice. I'm like, I'm out!
She does this. Oh, she's crying. I'm gonna go get ice.
That girl part of me is broken.
She's
like with the broom.
There. There.
Yeah.
Don't touch. I think I have said that 50 million times, Tiffany says.
Don't touch?
Don't touch. Anna, what's wrong with your face? It's watering.
Yes. Exactly.
Susan, I'm late again. Hey, gals.
Hi, Susan.
It's okay. We're glad you're here. Bob gets hurt a lot. He just never breaks things. We haven't broke anything for a long time.
No, it's like my foot was the one thing, and then your rib.
Yep. And that was, to be fair, I was only here 3 days when the rib thing happened.
Yeah.
I've learned along the way not to break things.
And watch where you walk. You have to.
I'm still working on that one.
You have to watch where you walk here. We've got all these roots that are kind of sticking out.
Well, and the funny thing is, the whole reason I was wearing tennis shoes and not boots, it was because my feet are so mad at me for being in boots all the time that they're like, you need air, girl, you need air.
Yeah.
So I had to go a couple days with no boots
Yeah.
so that they could air out.
But that being said, those boots, your foot still would have been bruised because those are
True.
just very thin plastic.
True.
Anyway.
True.
Kimmy needs a pair of steel toe. Facebook says so.
And
a bubble
a
wrap.
face shield and probably elbow and knee pads. Just go limp like a rag doll. That would be hilarious to watch. Stub toe, rag doll. Swallow bee, rag doll. Colleen, I haven't tried the peppers. I tried the peppers that you sent with us, not the peppers that are grown. I'm not sure because one's red. They're like a yellow color.
Well, that one was
and
no good. It kind of fell off.
And it was turning red, so I wasn't sure if it was supposed to be yellow or if it was supposed to be red.
I think it's supposed to be yellow. And I think, didn't you try one and you were like, that was really spicy? Because I picked one.
I tried something, and then I tried the things that
peach
Colleen
one.
sent.
Okay, the peach one you tried.
I'm
And
not.
you said
I
it
tried
was
something,
spicy.
and it was really spicy.
Yeah.
But I'm going to try the 2 that are actually on the plant that I know for sure what they are, and I'll take a picture and I'll tell you my thoughts, and I'll text you. Nice. Swallow bee, look for cute doctor. That would be her.
That's me. That would be me. I don't know why it kicked me off the chat, so I can't.
You hurt my feelings. Ragdoll. Composite toes are usually more comfortable and don't conduct electricity, and they are good to have. You know what, KJ? You are a fun, good friend to have because you just know all
things. He says hi. Hi, Jim.
Hi, Jim.
You do know, like, I'm honestly, we do this where we're like talking about something. I'm like, we need to call KJ. Ask her.
Like, yeah. Jeez. So I'm like, I think Heather's really smart, and then I'm like, really okay, smart. KJ's
She's like really smart,
up a couple levels,
way
and
over
I'm
me.
like way down here. I'm like okay.
Hi, Sandy.
I'm not sure what you're saying, but I'll nod and say okay.
Vicky wants bacon for supper, Ragdoll. I wanted bacon for supper, Ragdoll.
Shishito turns red. That was the appetizer you had at our house. Though that was really good because it was mild.
Yeah, I don't think that's what we have here.
I think the big one that she sent us was mild. It was good.
Okay.
Those are good. Cindy, hello everyone.
I need to shower all sweaty, Ragdoll. So funny.
You know what, Anna? Just you wait. On one of these videos, we just might do that. Like,
we're gonna have to get like baby crib mattresses, so we have something to fall on.
Like a thing of hay, Ragdoll. Have a Fuel Samson Ragdoll.
Could you imagine what Richard would do if we did Shakes by Richard Ragdoll?
You know they do that on social media where they say, you know, your goats or your dogs or your horses or whatever. We should do it with the rooster.
What's the rooster? How does the rooster respond when you play dead? When you play dead?
We totally need to do that.
He'd stand on us and crow a whole bunch of times.
Richard yells, Ragdoll.
Loose bunny, Ragdoll. That's so funny.
You guys are the best.
Well, I guess we better take off.
I'm surprised the animals are like, I guess we're not going to ever
They're like,
get
never
fed.
mind. We're just going to die.
We're gonna die here. They just stopped.
Quit screaming, yelled for 20 minutes.
Richard's still in the same spot.
He is.
He's like bowing down. His hair's all floofy.
He's cleaning his bare belly. Did you know that roosters, like, they have a strip where they have no hair?
It's so weird.
I'm no hair, no feathers.
It's so weird. I'm like, he's naked under there. He's like, I can see your nethers. And they wear
bird.
And they wear pantaloons.
There's a reason why this bird attacks us all the time, because we literally shoot that strip all the time. Like, all the time. This poor bird.
He looks like he's wearing these pantaloons like he's an old pirate or something.
Almost bit my teeth.
Good night, Mom. She says, good night, ladies.
Good night, Mom. Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. Make sure you hit the thumbs up on your way out. Share with a friend. Tell all the peoples. Let's grow this channel. We love you. Bye.
Bye. God bless.